why? Oh, why was this show canceled? Serenity, released in 2005, and is directed by Joss Whedon, who's behind such films like, well, you know, The Avengers and The Avengers Age of Ultron. Looking into his filmography, though, he hasn't really directed a lot of mainstream films. He's written a lot of things. He wrote Cabin in the Woods, Titan A.E., Atlantis: The Lost Empire. He was also a writer on Toy Story, too, so he's got some good stuff. And this film stars Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, Alan Tudyk, Marina Baccarin, Adam Baldwin, Jules Sadie, Sean Mayer, Summer Glau, Ron Glass, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. And this film comes as a recommendation for one of my longtime fans, one of my longtime friends, one of the best actors I've ever worked with. Benjamin Hurst suggested Serenity. And I said it in the last video, I'll say it again. Great fucking choice, dude. This is one of those hidden sci-fi gems that a lot of people haven't seen before, but once you do, you go, yeah, this was awesome. And this film was based on the 2002 Firefly TV series that was canceled way before its time. That was also created by Joss Whedon. It's because River was experimented on and she knows kind of the inner workings and the secrets, or at least one big secret that the Alliance doesn't want to get out, so they're trying to head out and get her to come back and kill her. Now again, this movie is kind of the wrap-up to that 2002 TV show Firefly. It was on Fox for a very short time. It only had 18 episodes before it was canceled, which I think I was a little young at the time to watch it when it was on TV, but after it came out on DVD, you know, and that was the big thing, we're gonna release all of our TV shows on DVD for everyone. I picked this one up and oh my god, this is just sci-fi gold. I want to know so much more about this universe. And these characters that we're getting invested into, I love them. They're flawed characters, but, you know, they have hearts of gold. And I'm just completely shocked that this show was canceled. Even more so, it wasn't picked back up at all. And that's not just on Fox. Like, this TV series would have done fantastic on Sci-Fi, but no one thought this was a good idea to bring this back. That's a shame. And director Joss Whedon, he said basically the same thing, so he came out with this movie Serenity as kind of the wrap-up to us devoted fans of this series. Yes, the series was clipping along, and then all of a sudden, roadblock, and we're done. This is where I was going with this, so we all have some kind of sense of finale. And this was right around the time where Joss Whedon could really do no wrong. Even if his stuff got canceled, everyone would say how great the source material was. He had Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he had Firefly, and he did this movie that was critically well received and also well received by fans. And then he pulled off, which a lot of people thought was impossible, The Avengers. And then he was getting involved in films like Cabin in the Woods, which it's a wonderful horror film. He's behind a lot of great stuff. And then he did Avengers Age of Ultron, which is when I was like, okay, that was kind of a swing and a miss. And then he hopped on to finish Justice League, which is a film that I really like and I go back to and watch on a regular basis. The majority of people think it's an abomination. I think that's way over the top. There's definitely a dark cloud surrounding that film due to all the behind-the-scenes stuff. But really, when you go into a movie, you can't focus on what happened behind the scene. You have to just judge the film based on what is presented to you on screen. And with Justice League, with what I saw, I really enjoyed. But you know what else I really enjoyed? Serenity. That was a transition. But like I said, I love these characters. Captain Reynolds, he's that kind of modern day Han Solo. He's a smuggler, he's a scoundrel. He does have a militaristic background, which Han Solo really doesn't have. And I really like when he's put in these situations that are kind of no-win situations. Or those instances when he has to make a very hard choice of, okay, am I gonna save you or am I gonna cut you loose because that's gonna save the majority of people on this ship? And sometimes, you know, depending on your point of view, he doesn't make the right decision. But he always stands by it because he is the captain. If he wavers or if he's doubting himself, there's just gonna be mutiny and anarchy on board. And Nathan Fillion, I mean, he's just one of the coolest dudes I think out there. He will pop in and do all these fun little cameos, maybe in a Joss Whedon production or in something else. He seems like the best guy ever. And he would have made the perfect Hal Jordan Green Lantern. It's just, that's sad. And Whedon doesn't change him at all for this film. That's really what I like about this film the most, is that these characters, this set, this world, didn't really change from TV series to film. The design concepts, the costuming, it was really just kind of a soft transfer. At least it looked like it to me. One great thing that I love about the TV series is that when the ship is out in space, there is no sound, which you wouldn't hear sound out in space. Unlike in Star Trek or in Star Wars, when a ship is going into light speed, or if you're shooting guns in space, you hear all the explosions and all the engines going. Not in the TV show, though. You see the engine burning up and the ship going away, but you don't hear anything. And they keep that for this movie, which, thank God. They do kind of cheat a little bit, though. They put a lot of the space battles within the atmosphere of the planet, so yeah, you would start hearing sounds a little bit more, because with a movie, it has to engage all of our senses, visually and also with sound. So I get why I'm on to you. You put that battle in the atmosphere. Just good call. Now, that being said, though, I will dock this movie just a little bit because some of the visual effects, you can tell, yeah, they belong in the Sci-Fi Channel. Very much like Sharknado. It's almost the same caliber at points. But the relationships, they all stay the same. Some of the characters at the beginning are not on the ship, which I was thinking like, oh my god, did we not get them back for this movie? Where's Maria Bakarin? She was my favorite part of the TV series. Because she's drop dead gorgeous. And also, I love her back and forth with Nathan Fillion. Their will they, won't they story, it could have been so much more on TV. Alan Tudyk is always great to see. I always find him hilarious in anything he does. Jewel Sadie is absolutely adorable in this film. I didn't meet her at Comic-Con, but I did see her, and she looked like she was having a great time just talking with fans. But probably my most favorite performance in this film is the one we get from Chiwetel Ejiofor. Again, a great movie villain, because this guy is not out for world domination. He is not out to provide, evil to the world, really to the galaxy. He is here, he is our villain, he's our antagonist, because that's what he was hired to do. He has no personal vendetta towards anyone. This is just the job that he was listed for. He's not after anything personal. He's not out because of his own beliefs. He's doing it just because this is his job. Again, very classy, very soft-spoken, but well-spoken. Like, really, he gives Hans Gruber a run for his money. And this was the first thing that I ever saw Chiwetel Ejiofor in, and he's gone on to do some amazing things. 12 Years a Slave, he's absolutely brilliant in. I loved him in Doctor Strange as well. The more that I talk about this movie, and the more that I think about how great the TV series was, and just how it was canceled well before, it's just, God, I'm just getting depressed talking about this. And this film kind of gets depressing later on as it goes. Because even though this film is based off of its TV series, the writing of this, not very TV-ish. This is the last hurrah for these characters. So there's no obligation to have these characters make it through their situation to next week. What I'm trying to get at is there is a lot of death in this film. Death from side characters, and death from our main characters, which can get very annoying when it comes to TV series. Like, if you're watching any series on CW, you have a really good feeling that every single person in the show is going to make it through. Don't go into this film with that mentality. Yes, it was based on a TV series, but these characters are gonna die, which I love because it raises the stakes for me. It makes me more invested. Guys, in the end, Serenity, just a great film and a great send-off for this world and this universe. I know with this universe, they did like some comic series runs with it, but it's just not the same. This series deserved to have its time slot on TV, and really this film should have done better at the box office, in my opinion. I think this one made its money back. If anything, it maybe lost money due to advertisement. Just an absolute shame. Shame on us for not watching this when this was on, and shame on us for not supporting this movie to the best of our ability. But once again, Ben, this is a fantastic watch. Thank you very much. It's why I love doing these fan recommendations, and I love doing this channel. That way I can watch some of these movies that I haven't seen in many, many years. Now the trick is to go back and watch it. So I'm gonna give Serenity 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I think I see blue. He looks glorious.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part in my video where I randomly select which movie I'm watching next. So let's take a look. The Other Guys. This is a film with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. That is all I know. I picked this one up. I know it was really cheap, and I have no idea what this plot is. It was during the golden age of Will Ferrell, I think. Came out with Anchorman, Blades of Glory, Semi-Pro, and then I think he started doing these films like Step Brother and then Other Guys. Like I said, I have no idea what it's about. Is it about cops? It's about cops, right? They're cops. Right? Cops? Right? They're cops. Did that get annoying for you? Well, hopefully this movie doesn't get annoying for me. I do find some of the later Will Ferrell movies to be a little annoying because they're kind of the same jokes, and I really hope he doesn't fall into the Adam Sandler mold. But hey, we'll give it a watch, and we'll see where it ranks here on this channel. So guys, have you seen Serenity? What did you think about it? Or even better yet, have you seen Firefly, the TV series? What did you think about that? Please comment below, let me know what you thought. And then when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. And if you have a recommendation of any film that you want me to watch on here, please comment below this video or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter. Please leave your comment there, and if I have access to it, I will watch it and give you a shout out here on my channel. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of The Other Guys. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.